So yeah, I went to shoot this video and very quickly there was a bit of a technical glitch. I have since rectified it, but I have a Luca in my lap, so we shoot the video like this. In any case, yeah, we're back for more from Jagged Little Pill. Once again, major shout out to Yvonne, both for sharing a number of things, for being super supportive and super positive, also being super patient. I've been meaning to get back to you about multiple emails for a couple weeks now. But yeah, we're going back to Jagged Little Pill, which Yvonne made available. And the next tune in the catalog is Hand in My Pocket. I was going to say One Hand in My Pocket because I think I actually know this one. Again, going into this, the only Alanis Morissette song that immediately came to mind when I thought of what I did remember from her was You Oughta Know. And ultimately I've enjoyed the other tunes I've heard so far, but when I looked at the track list again, I was like, wait a minute, like, is this the one hand in my pocket and the other is smoking a cigarette? I think that may be the case, and if that's the case, I've heard this, though fair to say, that's basically the only line that comes back to me, and I think there are, like, different iterations of, like, the second part of that phrase. I could be wrong. But yeah, ultimately, just working with the title and with, again, if that line is the song or from the song I'm remembering and it's this song, like working from those starting points, I would just say it sounds like there's a restlessness, there's perhaps there's multiple actions being taken, maybe at cross purposes, maybe it's indicative of someone who's waiting on other things, waiting on someone else. You know, you put your hands in your pocket when you're sort of killing time, you smoke a cigarette, I guess, when you're killing time, so I suppose it could be dependent on someone else's action or attitude, but I really don't remember any lyrics beyond that one line, so let's find out what it is. This is Alanis Morissette. The tune is Hand in My Pocket, and it's from the 1995 album Jagged Little Pill.
I'm broke but I'm happy, I'm poor but I'm kind, I'm short but I'm healthy, yeah. I'm high but I'm grounded, I'm sane but I'm overwhelmed, I'm lost but I'm hopeful.
Contradictions,
baby.
juxtapositions, dichotomies.
Is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine?
Oof, I didn't remember the soulful vocals.
'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. I feel drunk but I'm sober, I'm young and I'm underpaid, I'm tired but I'm working, yeah. I care but I'm restless, I'm here but I'm really gone, I'm wrong and I'm sorry, baby. And what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be quite alright. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is flicking a cigarette.
Flicking it, right? Didn't remember a harmonica either.
And what it all comes down to is that I haven't got it all figured out just yet.
I don't think anybody does.
'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a peace sign. I'm free but I'm focused, I'm green but I'm wise, I'm hard but I'm friendly, baby. I'm sad but I'm laughing, I'm brave but I'm chicken shit, I'm sick but I'm pretty.
That line came back in the moment because I remembered they would partially bleep it. It would be chicken blank. Bass is grooving away on this one. has this like scratchy sort of yodel-like. I love when she does that. Well, it was the tune I remembered, but as happens pretty much every time with these things, you know, I've been going through groups where at the beginning of the deep dive, it's like, okay, I remember 2 or 3 of their hits. I remember these guys. And then even when I get to their hits, it's like, oh man, it's the tune I remembered, but way better, like, you know, way more than I was remembering. And so it is here. Number one, I remembered that one line, although I was sort of misremembering, it wasn't smoking, it was like flicking it. I knew there were some different iterations, and again that chicken shit line came back in the moment because I have a very clear memory of hearing it like half muted, like the second half of it muted on the radio. But I didn't remember the harmonica, I didn't remember the sort of soulful delivery in some points, although again, like, even just some of the other things her voice does that, you know, are like, I've heard now over the course of a couple tunes, I didn't remember that. So it's like, you have the sense of like, oh, this person's big, and this album's played on the radio, and I hear 1 or 2 songs in passing, and yeah, that's cool, but like, you're really not absorbing it. You're not listening to it in this, you know, context where you know, again, maybe part of it is the way I do audio reactions, where I'm, you know, I'm not focusing on any visual details, I'm just kind of really absorbing the music, and oftentimes it's like I think I know a song and then I hear it and there are details, there are entire aspects where it's like, oh, I didn't remember this, and like the way it's done is, you know, clever, or, you know, like very appropriate to the atmosphere. So yeah, ultimately it sounds like someone who is, I mean, she literally said that she's restless, and you know, she's trying to make her way, and you know, sometimes things are confusing and she feels, again, maybe at odds with herself, but at the same time she has this sense that it's gonna work out, I'm gonna find my way, and I'm, you know, I don't have it all figured out yet, but some way, by hook or by crook, and one way or another, I'm gonna get by, I'm gonna keep going. So it's a song of persistence, a song of encouragement, a song of you know, something to be proud of, that in this complicated world with all the pressures and stresses and the potential pitfalls and dangers, to have that conviction in yourself and in what you're doing, which for her is, as a musician, as an artist, it is admirable, and it's, you know, it can't be easy to maintain all the time. Surely you feel it more at other times than other, as with confidence and form in any discipline or pursuit. But yeah, ultimately, I think it's a very inspiring song. So once again, shout out to her for the sort of yodel-esque vocal moments. I'm having, like, I'm trying to remember what I've read. Again, this is like a new deep dive, so it's, you know, these aren't, sometimes I see people write similar things over multiple videos and over the course of multiple albums, and the information and perspective gets more and more ingrained. And obviously, again, it's still very early. I think this is, what, the 4th or 5th? I think because I did one out of order. I think maybe this is the 5th, but yeah, again, less than a half dozen, fewer than a half dozen. I give myself a 0 editing grade. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm hearing vocally, and I didn't realize she had such a characteristic vocal style. You know, sometimes people just have a very pleasant or wonderful voice in terms of its sonic quality. Sometimes they do different things, like they try different vocal deliveries, and they have these vocalizations that are unique to them, and what I'm hearing so far, I'm picking up on some of that from Alanis, so shout out to her. And at this point, Luca, you know, I can't delay anymore. I do have to pick you up. We'll see if I can transfer her without her biting my thumb. Sometimes she gets very like, wait, you're moving me? Alright, I voice my displeasure through a soft thumb bite, but not this time. Do let me know what you think, and she and I will see you next time. Peace.